this is an exciting time for ETSU basketball as we just cut right out of the bumper music there. Hendersonville, North Carolina, Jay Santos' hometown. As well as we had a viewer in on our 1420 NBC Sports Radio Tri-Cities Facebook page. My old dear friend, Kelly Eubanks, who lives in North Carolina and in Hendersonville. So I'm delighted to hear back from him. Hey, I'm Marky Billson, and today, well, I should tell you, South Carolina just got a field goal. So it's now 6-3 Michigan. Big Ten is 7-0 in bowl games. As I said in Marky's monologue, really do not put that. You got to remember this about the SEC. Their two best teams aren't playing bowl games. Oh, they're playing with the Rose or whatever. But they're playing in the playoffs. And there's something to be said for, I guess officially, what is the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. You know what I tell you how unimportant bowl games have become. And why I'm like, okay, you know what? Why don't we do this? This is honestly what I would like to see. Get rid of X amount of bowl games. I mean, you want to play them on Christmas Eve, so everybody comes in. What would be the NIT of college football or something? That's fine. Okay, if you want to have, the Sun Belt champ play the Conference USA champ, which I think would be far better than have the Conference USA champ Florida Atlantic host their own bowl game against measly little Akron. Maybe I shouldn't say measly little Akron. Yes, I know. You're Jason Taylor. Terry Bowden's a fine coach, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get that. Fine, But nevertheless, I mean, that was, why do you watch that? SMU, Louisiana Tech. Do we need those games? Do we? I wasn't even aware. I probably would have tried to watch some of that just because they said that Terry Bradshaw and the old Pony Express were on the sidelines. We try to relive my youth. That probably would have been something for me to watch, just to catch a glimpse there. But the game in itself was a turkey. 51-10 Bulldogs. They're Louisiana Tech, if you didn't know. Probably most people around here do know. I will say it is sort of, it is bittersweet, I think, when you see Louisiana Tech now playing on an FBS level because, that one time ETSU was, and when a lot of people thought that Louisiana Tech was peaking. I mean, here, they had the quarterback who was going to be taken number 1 in the draft for crying out loud. ETSU sacks him 12 times with coverage sacks. That's what John Robert Bell told me. And where's Louisiana Tech now? Where's ETSU? There's got to be some disappointment there here locally when you look at that. But, why do we need that bowl game? How meaningless have bowl games become when the Cotton Bowl isn't playing a Cotton Bowl? When a Gator Bowl is now, the Tax Slayer Bowl, and a Gator Bowl is now, Jacksonville Municipal Stadium, when there's no more Orange Bowl, not the Yard, the Miami Marlins play there now, when there's, no more Sugar Bowl, it's the Superdome, hasn't been a Sugar Bowl, host a ball game since Terry Bradshaw was playing. So what do you think about that? I mean, how meaningless are the bowl games? I would say, have the 4-team playoff, and then, you can have a mixture of conference champions playing each other, from, like I said, if you want to do Sun Belt versus Conference USA, you want to do, the MAC versus the Mountain West. Because the Mountain West is sort of a derivative of the old Big West. And they used to have something called the California Bowl where they would play the MAC and the Big West champion. If you wanted to do that, something of this nature. If you wanted to do, the American, and I guess there are 10 out there, so then they would get left out. Or if you wanted to have another game where there could be an at-large, that Wisconsin could play. But one of the things about Miami losing their last 2 games, or for that matter, Wisconsin losing their last game, is that you didn't get the job done. You're supposed to be penalized. You don't make the postseason. I'm just saying, they say, well, we need these bowl games for practice. No, you don't. If you don't have it in December, the players aren't going to get it. You're not a very effective coach if the players don't have it by December. I just, like I said, and I understand if it's your team, yeah, if you're a Virginia Tech fan, you watch the Camping World Bowl against Oklahoma State. I get that. Okay, fine. One more time to see your team play. That's fine. But I just don't know, as I've said, it's just taken away from the playoffs almost with all these ridiculous matinees. Now, on Friday, I picked Oklahoma and Alabama. I'm beginning to say I don't know if I want to continue to do that. I'm going to tell you why very briefly. I mean, first of all, Baker Mayfield's flu. That's got me rethinking Oklahoma and UGA, but I don't know. Dwight White once played a Super Bowl with pneumonia, or at least he was in the hospital and came out and registered a safety. So, what does it all mean? Who knows? Clemson, Alabama, I am sticking with Alabama, I think. But there's even some talk that if Hurts doesn't win this game, he might not be the starting quarterback as a junior. You know what? You make those sort of decisions, Nick Saban, you'll lose your dynasty very fast.
The Sabres blue line going down the right boards. When he got to the top of the circle, he tried to make a move to the inside, moving the puck. The puck went past him. It went past the defenseman Bogosian behind the net, and as the bandage.
Hello, I'd like to deposit this to checking.
Fate is a fickle master.